I reached a point where I had the realization that I felt that I needed to go back to the house that I grew up in, where all of the violence, like when I'm talking violence, my mom burned my eyes with nail polish remover. She cracked my skull open with a hammer. She cut my hair off when I was sleeping. She smothered me at night when I was sleeping. It was every day there was some sort of violent assault that was literally, I didn't know if I was going to survive it.
I'm so
So
sorry.
my nervous system was just pinning,
Mm,
right? And at the time, I had, I had gone to LA. I had just kind of floundered around, but my intuition was like, hey, you need to, every time an ambulance would go by, it was like, do that. But I was so scared of it, right? Because being a paramedic comes with a lot of responsibility.
yeah.
And I wasn't quite ready. I had two things. One was to lean into my intuition telling me to become a paramedic, and two, I still had my own healing to do.
Mm,
So a big part of it was me going back ultimately to the Midwest. I went back to the house that I grew up in. It was vacant and for sale. I called the number. They let me go in by myself. And I had this
wow.
whole like flashback thinking I was going to be killed, you know, at any time. But I had my meltdown when I went up into my room. And the important part of this, Allie, and I think again, it's a relatable thing because we're all looking, it's like we have that ground zero, right? Whether it's a town, whether it's a relationship, whether it's like a physical location that we hold it in our mind of like, that's the source of the pain.
Yes.
Well, I went there to the house thinking that that was the source of the pain and that's what needed to be healed. And I got there and it was just a house. All of the pain was inside of me still. And I was mad about that. I was like thinking it was going to be some like, oh, I got to the childhood home. I'm facing my demons. I'm going back to where it was. Look how brave I am. And it was that, but it was almost like a letdown because I got into that space. But the chief came back when I was in there, and he was essentially like, it's you've done great, but it's not here. It's in
Mm,
you.
mm.
And that launched into finally beginning to genuinely do my own healing work.